I began dancing at age 2. I started taking dance classes at age 5 at a studio called Heather and Company. And then I moved to a studio called Gotta Dance when they opened in 1989, and I was 11. I also started teaching at age 11 enrichment classes at Sterling Elementary School. I would leave Jack Harvey Elementary School and go over to Sterling. I started teaching at the dance studio that I attended when I was 13. Started doing outside choreography at 14. Started dancing for the Pistons, Detroit Pistons, Automotion at age 18. Commercials around age 24. And then I started working for Walt Disney Pictures on Oz the Great and Powerful. And I did another movie called Vamps, an Amy Heckerling film with Alicia Silverstone when I was 33. Styles of dance, I love all styles of dance for different reasons. I love ballet for what it does for you, the strength and the technique, control. My forte seemed to be musical theater and hip hop. Those are the styles that I get hired out for the most for different projects, but I also think that I specialize in jazz technique and jazz. My biggest dance inspirations are Gene Kelly, the Nicholas Brothers, Debbie Reynolds. My favorite movie as a child is Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's the first time I really saw hip hop, and I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was in me. First hip hop duet I ever competed as a student. My dance partner and I had to enter in the jazz category because they didn't have hip hop as an option at the time. I'm also very inspired by my boss at the dance studio, Juliana Perpinelli. She is in her 60s and still on the cutting edge of choreography, music. She'll play songs for me I haven't heard yet that sometimes haven't even come out, and she's always like blowing my mind with her gift of choreography and technical training. My favorite styles of dance to choreograph are musical theater, hip hop, and I love to do huge productions. I've done several halftime shows for the Detroit Lions, and this year I'm doing a Detroit-themed hip hop production with 75 dancers. And for me, I know all teachers are different, but the more dancers I have, the more clay I get to mold and more visuals I get to make. I'm encouraging students to add to their own personal style. I think it's more complicated than just answering that question basic. There's so many different things that come into just everyone being a person, whether they're an introvert or an extrovert. Level of training, if you're more technical or more show. Technique was always hard for me. It's something that is kind of like pulled into your core and centered, and it's a focus and a strength, and I like to just be obnoxious and big in everything I did, so it was hard for me to be technical, but I teach a lot of students that are just the opposite. My favorite thing about dancing is just to be free and to like let the music take over. It has always been like church for me growing up. It just gives you like a natural high. I know not everyone gets that from it, but whether it is a technical routine or something that is based on style, I just love like what it does to me, the movement. And my favorite thing about teaching is seeing students improve, seeing them do things that they never thought they could do, especially at the college level, because I get a lot of dancers that start late and they think, my mom didn't sign me up for dance at 10, I'll never be able to do this, and then after a few years we'll get them there, and just the accomplishment and pride they feel from that. I think all the dancers in this class in particular have great stage presence. Most of them are acting, singing, and musical theater majors. I think they're all really good at the musical theater style, burlesque, anything with a lot of showmanship to it, but all hard workers, and I love to teach them.
Dance is an art form that allows you to use your whole body to express yourself, and that's what I think makes it unique, and I think that that's interesting, and I think that that is powerful because you get to move yourself and manipulate yourself to make other people feel something. And how would I describe my style? I've been told that I'm like a little like stiff or like harder hitting. I think that was because I took pom for like 8 years.
It allows me to express myself. It's like you can't find the right word or you can't phrase something the way you want to, but if you just move your body, that's easier for me to express myself with, because you can literally do anything you want to with your body. I can also channel different emotions, like things that I'm feeling. If I'm having a bad day, I can like put it into dance. I guess my own personal style is kind of jazzy modern. I don't really like to stick to specific technique, so it's like kind of like freestyle-y, I guess. If you're like, oh, do ballet, obviously I'll do ballet. I would rather just like kind of mix it up.
It's more of just about expression. A lot of times I'm really introverted or I don't really say what I mean. So with dance, I can be that other person. Personal style, which is probably like modern or contemporary, it's softer and a little bit more flowy, and I kind of feel like I can connect a little bit more with my spiritual side.
Well, I grew up as an athlete, and both my siblings were athletes, and so working out and being like physically active was kind of a release in that I didn't have to be anywhere else in my head. And coming to college, being a musical theater major, I had to give that up because I don't have time. So for me, dance is a place where I can sweat and I can have a good time and I can be in the room and I can be present for 2 hours and not really worry about anything else. I hear a lot that I'm a lyrical person. I enjoy lyrical dance a lot because it's not necessarily as strict as certain other styles, but I can like do some hip hop, things like that. Basically, if I'm having a good time, I can pretty much roll with anything.
A physical representation of our inner thoughts, our inner feelings, our inner whatever, or political standpoints, or insecurities or strengths, but without using words, except in the song. And expressing that through your body can speak more words than what you could actually form yourself. And I would say my style is mostly contemporary and lyrical. I respect people. I can do ballet 100%. But I wouldn't mind doing hip hop and isolation stuff. That's a ton of fun.
Dance is everything to me. I mean, I started dancing in high school to get away from just the school life. It was really an escape for me to just be myself and be expressive. I just think it's one of the most beautiful ways to express how you're feeling without any words, just as singing to me is, you know, the expression of emotion through the voice, but dance is just so specific to your body and like the physicality of how you can put emotions into your body. And I also love how it's so cohesive with music. It creates something so much more than just movement. And my style, I think, would be more modern, contemporary. I just love coming up with new and interesting ways of doing things as opposed to just like the standard, PKs, arabesques, ballet. Especially with a lot of contemporary music nowadays that people come out with, it's cool to match what they're putting out and their creative style and artistic abilities in the same way with my body as they are with their music and their voice.
I feel like it's just another way to sing a song. Like, even if there's no sung or vocal lyric to a piece of music, I feel like dance kind of provides a new lyric in a way that wouldn't be expressed in another possible way. So it's something really beautiful and it's something I really appreciate. As for my personal style of dance, I'm definitely more of a mover, but I feel like I really appreciate lyrical styles more because it's really emotive and you can just luxuriate in a lot of passionate types of emotion. So that's definitely what I gravitate toward.
There's a way to express yourself when words fail you. I think when you have run out of things to verbally say, you can let everything be expressed through motion, through dance. I really like those funky jazz numbers. I think those are fun. I find more joy dancing to a upbeat song as opposed to expressing myself lyrically. I think that's just how I've always been.
Because it's a way of communicating rather than speaking or singing or acting. It's a whole new way of telling somebody how you feel through your movement. It's the most honest form of communication, I feel, because body language is already telling so much. My personal style is real weird. I love contemporary and hip hop and modern. So I love to do anything with rib isolations. I describe it like fidgety but flowy. It's strange, but it's whatever song comes on, whatever I'm feeling in that moment, that's what my body does.